Hi, my name's Ellen. I'm a horse agility accredited trainer and this is my mule Anara. Today we're going to talk to you about the weave. During the weave, horse and handler move in and out of a series of 5 cones or markers set up in a row. These cones are in general set up with a 1.5 horse length distance between them, although this distance can be adjusted to suit gait. In horse agility, a horse length is from the shoulder here to the back end here. So from there to there. The idea is to pass through the weave in a smooth movement in connection with your equine. The shorter the distance between the cones, the more difficult the weave becomes. There are some variations on the weave. There is the narrow weave, in which poles are placed either side of the cones, and as you do the weave you have to also keep inside of the poles. In some of the courses, the weave will be added on with other obstacles. For example, here there is a mat obstacle added inside of the weave. And in other courses, the weave may change shape. For example, here in a special Christmas course, the weave was in the shape of a star. Although the weave may seem simple, as with everything, sometimes it's harder than it looks. So I'm going to lay out some hints and tips on how to complete a nice, smooth movement through the weave. The weave is a nice obstacle to start out with because you can just set it up with cones or other obstacles, so you could use bricks or anything like that you've got lying around. You can start with just 2 or 3 markers and you can build it up to 5. So here we've got our set of 5 cones behind us, and what Anara and I are going to do, we're going to walk through the cones. To start with, I'm going to do it without guiding her, and then I'm going to do it while guiding her so you can see the difference between the two. So to start with, I'm going to ask her to walk on. Walk on now. Okay. So I'm just going to walk and ignore her. Okay, so that didn't go well. That was kind of an over-exaggerated interpretation of somebody not doing anything to help their equine. So this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk through the weave but use my shoulders. So you'll notice as I come round this way, I'll turn my shoulders, and then I'll turn my shoulders towards it as I go the other way. Walk on. So here I'm going to turn my shoulders this way, and then I'm going to turn the other way. And then this way again, and then the other way. Okay, she loves the curtain, which is why she pulled to go to the curtain. But what you'll notice I didn't pull on the rope, I just went back towards her and guided her back to me. So that's your basis, it's your shoulders you need to worry about. Keep half an eye on your animal to see what they're doing. Start with 3, because it'll be easier. And incorporate a voice cue. This is really important when it gets into the faster work. You've got to incorporate that voice cue. So what I do is I use left and away, because left and right, they both end with a T and they sound too similar. So I use left and then I use away to go away from me. So I'm just going to take you through with the voice cues so you can see her doing the voice cues. Right. Okay, I missed one. So left, away, left. Okay? So see that once you know the voice cues, they don't even need the body language, they can go off the voice cue. Now she knows what she's doing, she's been doing this for a long time. But that's all it takes, it's practice and repetition of that voice cue. Always use the same voice cue for each command. So don't start changing things up. So if you've got a whoa for a halt cue, don't go changing it up to a stop, because it doesn't make any sense to them. It might do to our brains, but it won't to them. So I'm just going to show that again. We're going to do all of them. Walk on. So I'm going to stay on this side of the cone. Left, away, and you can put your arm out as well. Left, away, Okay, so in some of the courses you'll be required to walk a straight line or your animal weaves, which is what I've just shown you. Now if you notice my hand, when I'm saying away, it goes towards her and then back towards me. So you're going away, left, away, left. And try to avoid using the rope, so you're just guiding with your hands and your body. I'll take you through again, this time I'll come back towards you, so hopefully you'll see a bit clearer. Come on. Away, hand towards, left, hand to me, away, left. Good. And a halt. Whoa. Nice. Okay, so that's the basis of the weave, and it's a nice obstacle because it's fairly simple to set up and it's nice to practice. There's no scary element to it. It's nice and simple in that respect. Now as you move up through the levels, you start to trot through them, and that becomes a lot more difficult. That's when you really need this left and away motion in your body. So what we're going to do is I've got a couple of clips of her trotting through the weave, which we're going to ping up on the video now, and then we're going to try it here today. Okay? Okay, so I've had a bit of a break because I find it difficult to talk for so long without making mistakes, so I'm going to cut these videos up slightly with other clips. Hello darling. So what we're going to do now is try a trot through the weave. I'm going to show you the importance of having that left and away. So I'm going to stay on the outside and I'm going to guide her to weave on her own. So I'm just going to turn a circle around there and come back up. Walk on. Away. Left. Away. Left. Good girl. So there you get an idea of the importance of the voice cues. Because when you're in trot, there's very little time to actually react. So if you can get this body language sorted in the walk, get them to know what they're doing with the weave, and get those voice cues sorted, you should find the trot a lot easier. Because you'll find when you're running it yourself, it goes by very, very quickly, and there's very little time to react. Good girl. Away, left, away, left. Good girl. You may notice then, well, I'm going to use my body less now because she knows what I'm asking. What I tend to do is take a side step in the run. So as I'm coming, as she's coming towards me, I'm giving her the space by stepping to the side. That takes a bit of practice as well to run sideways as you're running forward, but you want to be able to give them that space to come through the weave. Okay, so that's pretty much the basics of the weave. As you go up the levels, it becomes more difficult because they say you have to stay at the shoulder or you have to stay even at the hip at some points. So as you move up the levels, it becomes more difficult. But for now, focus it on the walk. If you fancy having a go in the trot, have a go in the trot. If you fancy trying to keep a position, start with the shoulder. So stay at the shoulder, ask for away, ask for left. And even when you're at the shoulder, you can still use your body to direct. I hope that's helpful. The next video will be pole work, and there's a lot to go through on that one. So I'll see you all soon. Stay safe and enjoy the sunshine and have fun with your animals. Thank you, bye.